Hello everyone, welcome to Git Commands tutorial part 4. In this tutorial, we'll talk about branches. We'll talk about how to create branch, switch between branches, how to push to a new branch, how to pull or update the local branch, and how to delete a branch from your local or remote. Okay, we talked about branch concept in previous tutorials, and if you have not watched it, you can go back and watch it. In here, we will talk more about the commands related to the branches. So the first command that we want to know is we want to see what are the branches available. So it's a very simple command. It says git branch, and it will give you the list of the branches that you have. Currently, we have only main branch, and it is highlighted by this star. That means that we are on the main branch. That's the first command that we know for branches. Okay, in previous tutorial, we learned how to create branch visually with this GitHub, but what if we want to create a branch from commands? Yeah, this is how you can create a new branch. We talked about it. If you have not watched it, you can go back and watch that tutorial. But what if we want to create a branch from commands? So we can just say git checkout -b and then give it a branch name. So that's all you have to know. Git checkout -b, and this is the branch name. You can put any branch name that you would like. So I do it, and now it's switched to the develop branch. As soon as I created the branch, it switched to it. So if I do git branch to see the list of my branches, you'll see that now it is 2 branches, and the ones that I'm currently on is highlighted by this star. So you should know that if I refresh this page, I do not get the branch here because I have not pushed it to the upstream. It is still one branch, which is main here on this repository. So if you want to push to your repository, yeah, you need a different commands. But for now, on your local, there are 2 branches. Okay, now since I have 2 branches, the question is how I can switch between these 2 branches. Currently, I'm on develop branch, but what if I want to go to the main branch? It's very easy. It's the same command, but without b. So you can say git checkout and give it the name of that branch. The name of the other branch was main. So if I give it the branch name, it goes to the branch name. So it says right now, it gives you some informational as well. It says your branch is up to date with main origin, and you're now on the main branch. If I do git branch, you'll see that the star is now on the main, and develop, we still have a new branch. We can see the branch that we created, git branch, and it was a develop branch. We can switch to that branch. We can say git checkout to go to that branch that we just created. So now we see the develop branch. So we make some changes. For example, I made some changes in my readme file. So if you can see, I added this branch command tutorial part 4. So it detected some changes. If I do git status, it detected some changes. So it says readme file has changed. So I want to commit this and push it to the new branch that I created. But as you can see, this branch is still not available on GitHub. So how can I push it to the upstream? It's very easy. So first we have to add the new file that we learned this git add command in previous tutorial. And then we can commit it, git commit -m. Again, if you have not learned the main commands, you can go back and watch the previous tutorials. Git commit -m, you can say modify or added or updated readme file. Update readme file. This is the message that we add for commit readme file. And now since we want to push it for the first time, we previously learned that how we push it was git push, but git push doesn't work here because still GitHub or upstream doesn't know about the new branch. We have to give it some origin and tell it where should we attach this. So git push is not enough. We have to put git push -u origin develop. Basically, we are giving a path where to attach this develop. So we are saying that push these changes to the origin and which part, the develop branch. So as soon as I do this, So it create the branch online. And if I go to GitHub, I can definitely find my branch. So right now, I have not refreshed it yet, I don't see the develop branch. But right now, if I refresh, you'll see develop branch is here. That's how you push the upstream. Okay, the next command that we will learn is git pull. So what is git pull for? For example, you are working on a branch and your friend is also working on the same branch. And first in the morning, you have some changes, and then late in the afternoon, he has some changes. So he pushed to your branch, and you want to get the latest on your machine because he pushed it to the upstream, which is on the repository. And now you want to get the latest from repository. How do you update your local branch? There is a command for it. You can just say git pull and it will get the latest from the repository. So if I do git pull, currently since there's no changes from my local to upstream, it says already up to date. But if it sees some differences, it will pull from the repository and it will update your code. So this command is very important. Git pull, get the latest update of your source code. You can find git. Okay, there are a lot of times that you want to delete the branch. So we learned how to add a branch. Now we want to delete this branch. So you want to make sure that you are not on the branch that you want to delete. Otherwise it doesn't work. So for example, I want to delete the develop branch. I am currently on the develop branch. I can just check on what branch I am on. And as you can see, the star is next to develop. It means that I'm on develop branch. But I have to switch to main branch because I want to delete the develop branch. So I do the git checkout and main. So now I'm on a main branch. I can check it now and I see that I'm in a main branch. Now I am able to delete the develop branch. So the command for deleting the branch is locally is git branch -d and give it the branch name. So git branch -d and it says deleted branch develop. So now if I do git branch to list the branch, you'll see my branch is gone, but it's locally gone. So if I go to GitHub and check the branches, it's still there. Even if I refresh it, it is still there. Now in order to remove that branch from GitHub or from your repository online, so you can add this command git origin and the branch name. See, git push origin colon and branch name. What is our branch name? Is develop. So I can just give it a develop and hit enter, and now it is removed from my git repository as well. So if I go back and refresh the page, I have not refreshed it and you still see the develop is still exists here. If I refresh it now, you will see that the develop branch is gone. Okay, there are some times that you are on a branch that you are not supposed to make any changes, but you are not aware of it. You basically added your changes and committed. But now during the push, you realize that, oh, I'm not on a right branch. What should I do? How can I push to a new branch? So if I do git status, you'll see that it shows that I have one commit. One way is just to uncommit it, the command that we learned in previous tutorial, uncommit it and then make the changes in a different branch. But there is another way to do it. So if I clear this, clear, so I can just create a new branch and push this commit into that new branch. So we learned how to create a new branch. We said git checkout and -b, and we give it a branch name. I can give it a develop branch, and then in it's switch to the develop branch, and now I can give it git push set upstream origin. This is the command that you give it, so it will push it to the upstream. Sorry, origin develop. So you have to give it the branch name as well. See, it gives you a good hint. It says that you have to put develop at the end. So now I did that and it pushed to the branch. So I was on a different branch. I committed in a different branch which was wrong, but I created a new branch and I pushed my commit into the new branch.